Hi everyone, this is Kevin here, and in this video, I'm going to be answering several questions that I've been receiving quite a bit regarding Visible. Follow me on Instagram at KevinBreezeTV. Please join the Kevin Breeze Tech community on Facebook to chat about budget smartphones, ask questions, and help others. The first question is, do other activated carrier SIM cards work with the Visible R2? And the second question is, does an activated Visible SIM card work for smartphones that are factory unlocked with Verizon compatibility? And more specifically, does an activated Visible SIM card work with a factory unlocked Moto G7 power, since Visible now offers the Moto G7 power on their website? Well, in this video, I'm going to be answering all of those questions. So back to that first question, can you use activated SIM cards from other carriers with the Visible R2? And the answer to that is kind of. So I put my Cricket SIM card in my Visible R2, and I am able to get data and text messaging to work, but for some reason I can't do phone calls. I'm not sure why that is. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, and if so, let me know in the comment section below. But I've put about an hour of effort in to try to get that to work, and I've had zero luck so far. But it is pretty cool and unexpected that I was able to get data to work with the Visible R2. So let me show you some proof of that. So we have Cricket up in the top left corner. I was able to pull up Engadget.com here. Now I'll go to this link and load up a new page. And you can see I was able to load up the article. We have 4G LTE right up there on the top. Let's now go to the speed test app to see what kind of speeds I'm getting with Cricket on the Visible R2. All right, go. And it says AT&T Cricket. And you can see here that I'm getting around 7 to 8 megabits per second, or more like 6 now, but yeah, 7 now, megabits per second download. Let's let that finish up. And there we go, 8 megabits per second down. And now we're doing the upload. And that's almost over. Well, it's gonna be over in a second here. Looks like we're around 6 to 7. And 6.88 megabits per second upload. So Cricket data does work with the Visible R2 designed by ZTE. So that was really unexpected. And then like I mentioned before, text messaging worked, but I was not able to make phone calls. Now getting this to work is not as simple as just putting in your Cricket SIM card. Yes, you start by doing that, but you actually have to change the APN settings, and I'll show you how to do that right now. So after you put in your Cricket SIM, you're not going to get data right away, but what you need to do is pull down the shade, go to your settings, go to Network and Internet, go to Mobile Network, tap on Access Point Names, and from here you're going to want to tap on the plus button to create a new APN setting, but let me show you mine, because we want to copy over all of the information. And you can see here's everything you need right here. So under name, put in internet. Under APN, put in NDO. Leave some of these other ones empty. But under MMSC, put in http://mmsc.aio.wireless.net. And then under MMS proxy, put in proxy.aio.wireless.net. The MMS port is 80, the MCC is 310, the MNC is 150, and then for APN type, you're going to want to put in default, MMS, FOTA, HIPRI, SUPL. And then set the APN protocol to IPv4 and the APN roaming protocol to IPv4 as well. And that's it. So after you do that, you want to save this access point. And then right away, you'll notice that your Cricket data will begin working on the phone, and you'll pretty much be at the point where I'm at right now. So you'll have to decide on your own if it's worth doing this and if you are willing to have a phone without the ability to make calls. Personally, I do not find that to be very practical. You definitely want to be able to have the ability to make phone calls, even though less and less people are communicating that way in 2019. So what you could do is that you could trade in your old Android phone for a visible R2, which you get for free with the trade-in program, and then just take the SIM card that comes with it and stick it in an iPhone that you can buy factory unlocked. And then you'll just have an extra device here that maybe you want to put a Cricket SIM card in, or a Metro by T-Mobile SIM card, or a SIM card from a different carrier. And then if you think that's useful, then you can go on from there. Now, if any of you know of a way to get calling to work on here, then definitely let me know. And if I can figure it out, then I'll definitely make another video showing you how to do that. But as of right now, I only know how to get text messaging and data to work from other carriers on the Visible R2. Moving on to the next question, can you take an activated Visible SIM card, put it into a Verizon compatible unlocked phone and have it work? Now, the reason why it'd have to be a Verizon compatible phone is because Visible runs on Verizon's network and is owned by Verizon. So from a technical point of view, it would work. It would be compatible. Now, unfortunately, I was not able to get it to work. In addition to that, I have this unlocked Moto G7 Power that is compatible with Verizon, and even this doesn't work with a Visible SIM card in it. This is the Amazon Prime exclusive edition of the LG Stylo 4, and this also is compatible with Verizon. I have the Visible SIM card in here right now, and it literally just shows up as blank. I tried changing the APN settings and different things like that, just like I did with the Visible R2 to get other SIM cards to work, but I didn't have any luck doing that method on these phones to get Visible to work. Now, I am pretty disappointed though that it especially does not work with Moto G7 Power, because Visible actually sells the Moto G7 Power now through their website, and you are able to use Visible with factory unlocked iPhones, which makes sense because the iPhone is sold on Visible's website as well. So you'd think with that logic, Visible would work with the factory unlocked Moto G7 Power that does work with Verizon. But it doesn't, so don't go and buy this thinking that you're going to use it with Visible. Now, this specific version of the Moto G7 Power is the Moto G7 Power with Alexa, which is an exclusive to Amazon. So this comes with preloaded Amazon software and is available on Amazon.com, of course. Now, maybe there's other unlocked versions of the Moto G7 Power where it does work. Maybe this is just because I have the Amazon version of the phone, but I'd be really surprised if that's why it's not working here. It just seems like Visible has not switched things internally for their SIM cards to work with factory unlocked Moto G7 Powers. That might change in the future though, and if it does, then I'll definitely leave a note in a pinned comment. Now finally, some of you might be wondering why Visible doesn't allow their SIM cards to work with Verizon compatible unlocked smartphones. And I was very puzzled by that myself. You'd think that they would just have their SIM cards work with any phone that's compatible. And I did some research to try to figure out why. And I really found two main reasons why you can't use Visible SIM cards with Verizon unlocked smartphones. The first reason is because Visible is trying to just do a slow but controlled rollout of the service, and they don't want to do too many things at one time. They kind of want to take things slow so that there aren't too many hiccups for their users. And then the second thing I've heard is that since Visible is meant to be a budget carrier, they figure that if they only have their SIM cards work with a limited number of devices, then they don't have to train their support team on any devices outside of the limited selection that are available on their website, which in theory would save them money because they wouldn't have to spend as much time training people. So that might be the case. I don't know what the real truth is behind it, but I definitely would like to see Visible SIM cards just work with any Verizon factory unlocked phone. I even tweeted at Visible asking them to do this because I just got the LG G7 Thin Q, and this version of the phone is a Verizon variant, which has been unlocked. So I really was hoping that I'd be able to use my Visible SIM with this phone, since in theory it should work with Verizon because it was originally a Verizon device and it has a Verizon boot screen and everything. I'm actually using that phone to take this video right now. And they did respond to my tweet, but they didn't seem to really understand what I was asking for. So I'll probably make a video in the future going over my top 5 things that I'd like Visible to change. So hopefully they'll watch that and respond to that video by making their service even better. But let me know what you think. Did this video help answer some of your questions? Do you know how to get calling to work on the Visible R2? with other carriers? I'd love to know. It was already a surprise in itself to see that Cricket was able to work with this phone. Let me know about all of that in the comment section below. This is Kevin here, and I'll see you in the next video.